Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully the sound works this time. Trying to adjust some sounds, make it sound a little better. Did not seem to work right. Well, hello and welcome to the Weekly Edge, your spot for news and motivation. So I think the sound's working now. Um, something somewhere that's screwy. So I will keep adjusting and editing stuff until I get good at what I'm doing. So bear with me. All right, the Weekly Edge, news and motivation, guys. We're gonna start off with some news. I got some motivation. Uh, let's let's dive into the news. Let's dive into the news. What do we got? Hopefully you work.
Excellent. Let's get you set up with the facts.
Yes,
Here is
please.
a brief, organized rundown of the key news topics right now. Top headlines for November 4th, 2025.
Okay.
U.S. elections, a test of political momentum. This is a major election day with several high-profile races that will be viewed as a referendum on the current political climate. New York City Mayor, Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani, is the favorite over independent Andrew Cuomo, former governor. This race has drawn national attention, with the president explicitly weighing in and threatening to pull federal funding if Mamdani wins. Virginia governor. The contest to replace the term-limited governor is between Democrat Abigail Spanberger and Republican Winsome Earl-Sears. The winner will be the state's first female governor. New Jersey governor, Democrat Mikey Sherrill, is running against Republican Jack Ciattarelli to succeed the term-limited Democratic governor. California Prop 50. Voters are deciding on a measure that would allow the state legislature to redraw congressional maps for the next 3 cycles, which is a countermove to recent redistricting efforts in other states. Financial markets and corporate news.
What do we got there?
Tech stock sell-off. Wall Street is seeing losses across the board, led by a sharp retreat in technology stocks. S&P 500 down sim 1.3%, NASDAQ down sim 1.5%. AI, valuations under scrutiny. Major AI-linked stocks like Nvidia, Palantir, and Amazon are down, as investors reevaluate whether valuations have become stretched and amid cautious signals from Federal Reserve officials on future rate cuts. Tesla pay vote. Shares of Tesla are down after Norway's massive sovereign wealth fund, a major investor, announced it will vote against CEO Elon Musk's proposed $1 trillion compensation package at Thursday's annual meeting. Global and domestic headlines. Sudan and Gaza conflicts. Fighting between the Sudanese government and the RSF continues to escalate, threatening a spread of famine. In Gaza, Israeli forces are intensifying attacks, despite the recent U.S.-brokered truce. India financial crime. India's Financial Crime Agency has provisionally attached math BF $3.50 million in assets linked to the Anil Ambani Group. Vice President Dick Cheney's passing. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at the age of 84. Do you want to focus your live stream on the U.S. elections or the tech stock sell-off?
Well, no.
I can help you formulate an engaging...
Dick Cheney died. Tell me about it. Didn't know that. I even looked into the news, obviously, before this, but I didn't.
Here are the facts regarding the death of former Vice President Dick Cheney, delivered in a concise, fact-focused format. Former Vice President Dick Cheney dies at 84. Detail.
84?
Summary.
I didn't know he was that old.
Name, Richard Bruce Dick Cheney. Date of death, Monday night, November 3rd, 2025.
Okay.
Age, 84. Cause of death, complications of pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease, according to his family.
Okay.
He was a longtime heart patient and had survived 5 heart attacks.
Damn.
Receiving a heart transplant in 2012. Key roles.
Heart transplant.
46th, Vice President of the United States, 2001 to 2009 under George W. Bush. Secretary of Defense under George H. W. Bush. White House Chief of Staff under Gerald Ford. 6th-term U.S. Congressman from Wyoming.
6th-term?
Legacy note.
Okay.
He is widely considered one of the most powerful and influential vice presidents in U.S. history, and was a key architect of the post-9/11 War on Terror and the invasion of Iraq. His family released a statement calling him a noble giant of a man, and noting that his wife Lynn and daughters Liz and Mary were with him. Former President George W. Bush said Cheney was a decent, honorable man, and that his death was a loss to the nation. Would you like me to pivot and focus on the U.S. elections or the tech stock sell-off now? Or do you have another question about Mr. Cheney's life and political career?
No. I'm just a little surprised that I didn't even know he had a heart transplant in 2012. That yeah, 5 heart attacks he survived. Nuts. If you got the money, how you can live longer. Yeah, I'm definitely more concerned about the tech sell-off. Tell me about that.
Here is a short summary of the tech stock sell-off happening today, November 4th, 2025. Tech stock sell-off. AI valuation fears. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite is seeing a significant drop today, pulling the overall market lower. The main driver is a broad pullback in AI-related stocks due to concerns over their sky-high valuations. Key catalyst, Palantir, PLTR. The software company's stock fell sharply, despite reporting better than expected Q3 earnings and raising its full-year guidance. Investors reacted to the stock's lofty valuation, with a forward price-to-earnings ratio near 240x, leading to significant profit-taking and sparking caution across the sector. Other stocks affected, major AI and chip companies like NVIDIA, NVDA, and Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, are seeing declines, hurt by the general risk-off sentiment in the AI space. Wider market concerns. Interest rates, fading investor hopes for another Federal Reserve interest rate cut this year are weighing on the market, as Fed officials signal concerns about persistent inflation. Government shutdown. The ongoing U.S. government shutdown is delaying the release of key economic data, like inflation and employment numbers, adding to market uncertainty. Would you like a quick check on the current price movement for a specific stock like NVIDIA or Palantir? Or do you want to know more about the Federal Reserve's rate cut discussion?
Oh, wasn't it one of them that just became like the highest grossing business in the world? Something like that. I know it was a tech company that just...
That is correct. The company you are likely thinking of is NVIDIA, NVDA, highest valuation. Just a few weeks ago, in late October 2025, NVIDIA made history by becoming the first company in the world to reach a $5 trillion market capitalization. The AI engine, this massive surge was driven by their dominance in producing the high-end chips, GPUs, essential for training and running artificial intelligence, AI, models like ChatGPT, placing them at the center of the ongoing AI boom. The sell-off connection. The stock market sell-off today, November 4th, 2025, in the tech sector, which we discussed earlier, is largely a reflection of investors taking profits and growing concerned that these incredible valuations, especially in the AI space, led by companies like NVIDIA, might be too high, raising fears of an AI bubble. So the stock that just became the most valuable is now one of the major names pulling the market down today. Would you like to know more about the concept of a market bubble or the role of Palantir in starting today's drop?
Yeah, so the bubble popped on that, whatever, and that's what's causing the shift. Maybe? Am I close? Am I close to knowing what's going on? It's thinking.
That's an insightful way to put it. You're pointing to the central fear in the market right now, that the sudden decline in highly valued AI stocks is the beginning of a bubble pop for the entire AI sector. Here's a breakdown of what a bubble pop is and why it's affecting investor behavior right now, keeping in mind your preference for shorter answers that still include all the facts. What is a market bubble pop? A bubble forms when the price of an asset, like tech stocks, rises rapidly and significantly beyond what the company's actual performance, its fundamental value, justifies.
Okay.
It's driven by excitement, speculation, and a fear of missing out, FOMO. When the bubble pops or bursts, it means the shock, a sudden, sharp reversal in sentiment. Okay. Investors lose confidence that the high prices can continue. The crash, panic selling ensues, causing the stock prices to plummet dramatically and often very quickly.
Okay.
The effect. It can wipe out trillions of dollars in market value, as seen in the dot-com bubble crash of the early 2000s. Why this is causing the current shift. The feeling that the AI bubble might be popping is causing the market uncertainty you're seeing for 3 main reasons. 1. AI leaders falling. Companies like NVIDIA and Palantir, 2 of the most visible leaders in the AI boom, are seeing significant drops. This acts as a bellwether, making investors question the valuations of all companies tied to AI. 2. The overvaluation concern. Financial experts, like those at the Bank of England and IMF, have been warning that the rapid multi-trillion-dollar valuations of AI companies are based on future potential rather than current profits, which is the classic sign of a bubble. 3. Profit-taking/panic. Once the selling starts, other investors jump in to sell their positions to lock in profits, or simply avoid being the last one holding a stock that continues to fall. This creates a powerful downward spiral that makes the whole market volatile. In short, the extraordinary rise of AI stocks created an extremely concentrated, top-heavy market, and now the fear of a bubble bursting on the biggest players is shaking the confidence of investors across the entire sector. Would you like to know which specific metrics investors look at to determine if a company's valuation is too high?
No, I don't want to get that specific, but if the company is worth that, will it not bounce back?
That's a crucial question because the answer explains the difference between a minor market pullback and a true bubble crash.
Right.
The short answer is the market as a whole always bounces back, but individual companies may not.
Okay.
Here is the breakdown, keeping your request for a short, factual answer in mind.
Thank you.
Which companies bounce back? When a speculative bubble bursts, the market undergoes a quote that separates real businesses from pure hype. Result, the companies that will bounce back. The companies that may not bounce back. Survival rate.
Okay, let's
high,
go with it.
Low. Key trait.
Okay.
Strong fundamentals. High hype, no profit.
Picture right
Example, AI. Companies like NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Google, who have massive revenue, diverse businesses, and actual profits from their AI infrastructure. Startups or smaller companies with high valuations based only on future potential, who are burning cash and have a shaky path to profitability. Historical lesson. Companies like Amazon and eBay survived the dot-com bubble because they had a viable, revenue-generating business model.
Okay.
The hundreds of dot-com companies that had no profit ran out of cash and went bankrupt. How long does a bounce back take? In a standard market downturn, the overall market, like the S&P 500, often recovers in a matter of months to a couple of years. After a major bubble crash, the recovery is much longer. After the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, it took the NASDAQ index 15 years to return to its previous high. The bottom line, being a large, high-value company increases the chances of survival, but the bounce back depends entirely on whether they have a durable, profitable business underlying the high stock price. Would you like a summary of the 4 key elements you previously mentioned for creating a great YouTube thumbnail?
No.
Which is one way to keep your content performance strong regardless of market shifts?
Okay. I mean, that is a good topic, but that's not something we're going to look into right now. What else is going on in the news? We're 13 minutes in.
That's fair. Let's keep the focus on current events. Here are the top headlines and major developments in the news right now.
We already did that. Bum, bum, bum. Technology globally. Dick Cheney died. Typhoon killed 26 people. When it hit the Philippines. Anybody interested in any kind of news or anything specific, let me know in the comments. Train accident in India, killing at least 4 people. Tell me about the train wreck, India. I assume a train wreck in India would kill a lot more than 4 people.
This is a tragic and developing story from India. The incident occurred near Bilaspur railway station in the state of Chhattisgarh. Here are the key facts reported so far. Incident type, a MEMU passenger train collided with a goods freight train from behind.
Okay.
The goods train was stationary at the time of the collision. Time. The accident took place around 4 p.m. local time on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025.
Okay.
Casualties. The death toll has been reported as high as 8 people, with several others injured. The front coach of the passenger train was heavily damaged, with one coach reportedly mounting onto a wagon of the goods train. Rescue efforts. Rescue operations by railway teams, police, and the local administration are ongoing, with efforts focused on extricating any remaining trapped passengers.
Oh, damn.
The injured have been shifted to nearby hospitals for treatment. Investigation and compensation. Railway authorities have ordered a detailed inquiry by the Commissioner of Railway Safety, CRS, to determine the exact cause. Preliminary assessments suggest the passenger train may have overshot a red signal. The Indian Railways has announced ex gratia compensation for the victims' families and the injured.
What?
The focus right now is on relief, rescue, and providing medical assistance to the injured. Would you like to know more about the impact on other train services in the area, or a summary of the other major news from the U.S. elections?
No, I think that's gonna about do it. What's the next 7-day forecast? It's gonna be nice out or what?
Overall, the weather in Fairmont, MN, looks
Nice.
mild for the first few days, but turns significantly colder with a chance of rain/snow toward the end of the 7-day period. Here is the short, factual 7-day forecast. Fairmont, MN 7-day weather forecast, day.
She drops dramatically after Friday, guys.
Notes on nice
Last
weather.
week we got
Today,
some
November
nice
4th,
shit.
62
Enjoy
to the power of Circ F, /32 to the power of
62.
Circ F. Partly sunny.
That's
Warmest day in the
Fahrenheit.
forecast. Wednesday, November 5th.
Okay.
52 to the power of Circ F.
We're not gonna listen to you say
to the
all
power
that.
of Circ F.
Circ F. All right. So today highs in the 62s. Tomorrow 52. Thursday 55. Friday 51. Saturday a high of 38. Yep. Then our winter starts finally, guys. November 7th. Seems like she's going to be a little cold. The best nice weather days will be today for warmer and Wednesday for sun. All right. We got some good weather this week. Let's, what's local news looking like?
You bet, Lisa. I can give you the local news highlights to go with that weather forecast.
Lisa.
The news in Fairmont and Martin County today is focused on economic development, local government planning, and community events. Local news headlines for Fairmont, MN. Economic development priorities. The Martin County EDA, Economic Development Authority, has laid out its plan for 2025, prioritizing broadband expansion, addressing childcare needs.
That's happening.
Including a $100,000 award to Lakeview Methodist Healthcare Center, and working with a new developer for the Five Lakes Center Mall. Housing and property taxes. A portfolio has been sent out to housing developers for a single-family housing development that is ready to go. The county assessor's office is also preparing to send out truth in taxation notices regarding property tax estimates. Community recognition. A Fairmont High School graduate, Lincoln Becker, received the American FFA degree, the highest achievement in the organization. Local sports. The North Union football team fell in the playoffs, ending their season, and local runners competed in the state cross-country meet. The weather starts mild, but turns sharply colder this weekend, so you may want to enjoy the nicer days early in the week. Is there a specific topic, like the mall development or local sports, you'd like more details on?
Yeah, let's get a little more in depth with that mall development. What's going on there?
That's a major story for Fairmont. Here is a more in-depth look at what's happening with the Five Lakes Center Mall. The key piece of news is that the mall has been sold to a new developer. New owner's intent, the new developer is reportedly aware of the work needed on the aging property, which was largely vacant after the closing of its primary anchor tenant, JCPenney. Crucially, the new owner has indicated a willingness to invest in the space to make it move-in ready for new retailers.
Nice.
Retail recruitment efforts, the Martin County EDA and CEDA, Community and Economic Development Associates, are working with a retail recruitment firm called the Retail Coach. Amber Patton of CEDA mentioned a meeting scheduled with the Retail Coach on Thursday to learn more about the plans. Discussions have already started with potential retailers interested in the mall space, suggesting active recruitment.
Nice.
The problem. Previously, finding a new owner was difficult because the existing owner wasn't willing to invest in necessary upgrades to the space. The new developer's commitment to renovating the property is seen as the vital step needed to bridge this gap and attract new businesses. In short, the sale and the new owner's commitment to renovation, coupled with professional recruitment efforts, have generated significant optimism for the future of the Five Lakes Center.
About time. About time. Who's the old owner and who's the new owner?
That's a good question, and while the recent news confirms the sale, the official public details on the specific entities involved
Uh-huh.
are often kept quiet until the deal fully closes. Based on the available information, new owner developer, the most recent reports, including one from September, indicated that the potential buyer, now confirmed to be the new owner/developer, was an individual from New Jersey. The Economic Development Authority noted that this individual is ready to invest in the renovations needed to make the mall move in ready for new tenants. The developer's name is not explicitly mentioned in the latest public reports. Former owner, seller, the mall was previously marketed and managed by a group called Royale Property Management, with a contact listed as Kevin Keir, based in Lakewood, NJ. While this group was tied to the management and sale of the property, the exact ownership entity's name, which would have been the official seller, is also not generally disclosed in the public snippets. In short, the transition is from a previous ownership group tied to Royale Property Management to a new developer from New Jersey who is committed to revitalizing the property. Would you like to know more about the retail coach and what they plan to do to attract new businesses to the area?
So that was the management. Okay. New developers from New Jersey, retail coach. Would you like to know more about the retail? Yes.
The retail coach is an excellent partner for this development, as they specialize in using data-driven strategies to recruit businesses to specific communities. Here is an overview of their approach for the Fairmont/Five Lakes Center area. 1. Data-driven market analysis. The retail coach begins by conducting an intensive market analysis, which is the foundation of their pitch to potential retailers. For Fairmont, they focus on showing businesses that the market is much larger than the city's population alone. Trade area population. They emphasize that while Fairmont has a population of about 10,260, the city serves a broader trade area population of approximately 48,384 residents. This larger customer base provides more value and opportunity for new stores. Retail leakage. Their reports analyze retail leakage, meaning what residents are leaving the area to buy elsewhere, to identify specific categories where demand is unmet.
Everybody.
This allows them to target retailers who can capture that spending locally. 2. Proactive retail recruitment. Using this data, they proactively connect with retailers, restaurants, hotels, and entertainment users that are the best fit for the community. Targeted outreach. They leverage their extensive network and relationships with retail decision makers to make a strong case for expanding to Fairmont. The Five Lakes Center pitch. With the mall now under new ownership that is willing to renovate, the retail coach can provide retailers with move-in ready site profiles, eliminating the previous hurdle of outdated or non-compliant spaces. Specific examples of activity. They have already been involved in specific recruitment talks. Potential sandwich chain. A franchisee is actively looking to bring a sandwich chain to Fairmont as the third store in a 3-store agreement, alongside St. Peter and Albert Lea, and the retail coach is working to help them secure a location. New food service. The firm is also engaging with a new food service interested in Fairmont and is assisting in finding a suitable location. 3. A focus on quality of life. The overarching goal is not just to fill a building, but to improve the quality of life for Fairmont residents through better shopping, dining, and entertainment options. By doing this, they also support the Economic Development Authority's goals of workforce retention and recruitment for major local employers like the Mayo Clinic Health System, 3M, and others. In short, the retail coach's plan is to turn Fairmont's potential, large trade area, job stability, into compelling data that they can use to recruit national and regional tenants who are looking for exactly the type of revitalized space the new developer is planning to offer.
Just getting me ideas. All right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, let's wrap all that up in a cute little story and we'll do a recap.
That's a great idea. It brings all the threads together into a single, easy-to-digest recap. Here is the story of the Five Lakes Center revival and the other key local updates. The Fairmont Local Recap, New Life for the Five Lakes Center. This week, the big news is a turning point for the Five Lakes Center Mall, thanks to a dedicated community push and a new commitment from an outside investor. The story begins with the Martin County EDA and its partners recognizing that the aging, partially vacant mall was the biggest hurdle to attracting new retail. Using data compiled by the consulting firm, The Retail Coach, they showed that while Fairmont's population is small, its regional trade area is nearly 50,000 people. a powerful market for new businesses. That market potential finally led to a breakthrough. The sale, the Five Lakes Center, has been officially sold to a new developer from New Jersey.
Yeah.
The investment.
Yeah. That's a cute little recap. That's a... Okay, let's...
Crucially, this developer is committed to renovating the outdated space to make it move-in ready, removing the major obstacle that kept national retailers away for years. The future. The retail coach is already actively in discussions with potential retailers and food services and will meet with the EDA this Thursday to advance these recruitment efforts. In short, Fairmont has paved the way for new stores and restaurants by getting a committed developer to transform the region's main retail hub. Other local facts. Economic priorities. The Martin County EDA is also focused on essential community needs, including investing $100,000 to expand childcare spots at Lakeview Methodist Healthcare Center and working on a major broadband expansion
They're already
project.
doing that.
Community achievement. Congratulations were given to Fairmont High School graduate Lincoln Becker for achieving the highest honor in FFA, the American FFA degree. Would you like a quick look at the weekly weather forecast before we wrap up?
We already did that. What was that? Achieving the highest. Huh. Explain more about the American FFA degree. Don't know what that is.
The American FFA degree is the ultimate achievement for an FFA member and is often called the gold standard of the organization. Only a very small percentage of members ever earn it, demonstrating an exceptional commitment to agricultural education, leadership, and personal growth.
Nice.
Here are the key aspects and requirements. The highest honor. The American FFA degree is the highest degree awarded by the National FFA organization. It is granted after a student graduates high school and represents years of dedication across 4 main areas. Learning. Completion of agricultural education coursework. Earning. Significant financial success from their projects. Leading. Demonstrated leadership skills and community involvement. Serving. Documented community service hours. Key requirements. A select few. To even be eligible for the degree, a member must meet stringent requirements, including requirement category, specifics for the American degree, membership in education, must have received the state FFA degree, been an active member for 36 months, and completed the equivalent of at least 3 years, 540 hours, of systematic agricultural education. Financial/SAE must have maintained an outstanding supervised agricultural experience, SAE. This requires one of the following financial achievements. Option 1. Earned at least $10,000 and productively invested $7,500. Option 2. Earned and productively invested $2,000. And work.
All right. Family has a history of earning this difficult degree. Oh, family has a history of learning this difficult degree, providing him with early records. He achieved a record of outstanding leadership by several FFA officers. 3 years. Sounds like he's got an in a little bit. All right, with all that being said, what do you got to motivate the world today?
That's a fantastic shift.
Yes.
With all that talk of big goals, like renovating a whole mall or earning the highest degree in FFA, the best motivation is knowing that asterisk commitment to hard work always pays off.
Hard work, guys.
Here's a quick message to motivate the world today. Today's motivation, the power of the daily 1%. You don't have to overhaul your entire life today. Great change, whether it's transforming a large, struggling project like the Five Lakes Center, or achieving a monumental personal goal like the American FFA degree, is simply the sum of small, consistent efforts. Focus on being just 1% better today than you were yesterday. This tiny incremental improvement is almost invisible in the short term, but it compounds into massive, life-changing results. 1% better every day for a year means you'll be 37 times better by the end of it. The lesson: consistency beats intensity. Keep showing up, keep taking that small single step forward, and trust the process. Your success isn't determined by a single grand move, but by the smallest, most powerful habits you practice every day. Is there anything else I can help you find? Or perhaps a motivational quote you'd like me to share?
No, that was excellent. Your success isn't determined by a single grand move, but by the smallest, most powerful habits you practice every day. So that's what AI says, and I just don't want you to forget that we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. Keep that in your head. Have a good one, guys. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.